Hey everybody! Well, today we're going to take a look at this fun little Godzilla figure. This is from Invasion of Astro Monster. I guess that was the title of that one. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it had a different title, but it's the one that had the cool flying saucers and the aliens with the sunglasses. This is from Super 7. Now, what I liked about this is the dancing Godzilla, as we can see here. This is the Godzilla that we saw where he's doing that little Godzilla dance. I don't know. I remember watching that movie with the commentary on because I got the entire series of Godzilla movies. And I think the director absolutely did not want that scene in the movie, but it ended up in there anyway. And he was quite irritated about it. And yet here it is. It was one of the most best parts of that movie is him being able to dance. There's a side view of him. Then here's the back. I'm not exactly sure what any of that says, but it's obviously a kind of a Japanese type of. I wonder if these are only available from Japan and then they were brought here. I'm not sure what the whole story is. Super Seven's been coming out with a lot of interesting figures, but I always loved this creature. Was it Ghidorah? I can't remember. Gosh, I'm losing my track of all these creatures. But what went into operating that creature? I mean, you think about all the wires that were used to move the heads, all the different heads, the uh, the wings and everything. I think in the special effects behind the scenes, they talked about how difficult and how many people it took to operate that thing. I mean, I can't even imagine because those are the old practical effects, which I love. And yes, these movies are cheesy, but that's what I loved about them. I mean, what is more enjoyable? Seeing some guys in some rubber monster suits stomping around on some model cities and model buildings. It's just so funny. All right, well, let's get him out of the package because I'm curious to see what he's like. Okay, now let's rip into this package. Now, I don't know if these are limited editions or not. I think Super 7, sometimes they make a figure and then they just don't make them anymore. Now, I did buy two of these because in case they are limited editions, I want to keep one in the package. But, oh, this is nice. Okay, let me see. Hopefully I can get him out of here. Sorry for the crackling sound. Ooh, there he is. All right, so let's take a look at him. I love that. That is so cool. Now, in later movies, Godzilla had a different kind of shaped head, and he was, I would say dare I say, they made him cuter by making him not quite as scary because, by this time, kids were really loving these movies. And being a kid myself, watching these with my brother and my sister, I just got such a kick out of these. So, looks like his head can turn. Sounds like there was a clicking thing in there. So his head can turn, no motion in the mouth. Look at how good his face looks. See how his head kind of was shaped differently? It has more of this sharper edge on the brow. In early, later ones, it was more smooth. And I think he appeared like this in one or two movies. I know that during the commentary, they were talking about how the Godzilla costumes were starting to wear out so much so that there were holes in some of them. So they had to do some, patchwork. The arm is movable here. This arm is movable, and he's got the little, kind of like the salute. Now, I think the dance that he does in that movie was popular in Japan at the time, and I don't know what the name of that dance was, but I guess it was all the craze at the time. And you can see how his legs are posable. So he does have some articulation. Let's see, I don't know if the tail turns. Oh, it does. There's actually articulation in the tail. Now, what's cool is you'll notice the shape of it. So you can stand him up on his tail like that. That's great. Oh, that's neat. So he doesn't really need a stand, although it looks like his feet. Oh, there is some holes down here. So maybe his feet can be mounted. Well, I'm not really sure how you do it with the tail kind of in that fixed position. But I love that you can pose him that way. So maybe I can get him a little less crooked there. Oh, that's great. I love the way he looks from the side. It almost looks like he's laying on like a chair. His tail is a chair. There's his spines on the back. I like how they're lighter colored. So, these Super 7 figures, I mean, they're not like the highest quality figures, but they do seem to charge kind of a lot. I think this was $20. A lot of their figures are $20. I think this is probably more like $10 at, 10, maybe 15 at the most. So I do think they tend to charge a lot for their figures, but they also make things that I haven't seen other people make, or I don't see them make often enough, or I haven't seen them made in a long time. So I got to give them credit for that. So this is pretty cool. I like this. So I think these are not limited editions. I don't know. I'll put a link in the description to the Super 7 website, and the link will be directly to this figure, and you can always look around at other figures as well. But this is great. I love that he has his little that little dance thing. I just thought it was pretty unique. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And until the next time, I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.